Hello guys, this is a trade of the day. I will be going over today's trade that I made on Thursday, January 12, 2017. As a reminder, this video is for learning purposes only. Alright guys, so today I traded UEC. The reason why is the whole uranium energy sector has been moving. You guys can see the URA ETF. It's been moving, so that includes a basket of stocks and uranium energy sector. So that included stocks like URG, DNN, URRE, and UEC. Now I did not short URG or DNN because they're under $1, so the reward to risk does not make any sense. So it's focused more on URRE and UEC. Now I did not short URRE because there was no shares to short. Now it is traded on the NASDAQ, and a lot of these traders who are majority short sellers love to trade and short NASDAQ. So UEC actually is traded under the Amex exchange, and there were shares to short. So hey, I wanted to work with what I have. So I focus on this. Now this parabolic short is very, very important to understand that when stocks are moving so fast and there's big momentum and heavy volume, before you short, you have to understand the technicals, the fundamentals, and not short too early. So you want to look for a fail of momentum, to kind of momentum to reverse, and that's exactly what happened. So as you guys can see today, when it opened, when UAC opened, it actually gapped straight to prior day high, which is 175. Now, if UAC were to stay above 175 and continue to grind up above 175, I would have not shorted this. This would have told me, you know what, buyers bullish, bulls are still in control. This thing can move another dollar, so definitely do not short that. So I was looking for the reversal. Now, in order for kind of see a reversal, you want to see some sort of wall created. So there was a wall. So prior day high was kind of sold. It failed. It kind of at the open, it gapped up and it kind of went to 179, but it's quickly shorted. As you guys can see, it's quickly shorted, and it bounced back up again, back to prior day high, and it was just every single pop to the level just got shorted, and it created a lower high. You guys can see that. So that's very important to look at before you even short these, because these things could just move. So you want to see a base form before you short, because if you don't see not only just a base but also the base fail and then short, because if there's no base form and that base is not fail, this thing could just bounce back up. So you guys can see it bounced right here, but this thing could easily just continued if there was not sellers coming in and pushing it down. So I saw this base form around 171, and I decided to short after it broke that, and I wanted to short all pops to 171 at the ask. Because this stock is below $5, every single penny counts, especially when your risk is around 5 or 10 cents. Every single penny counts, so you have to put in limit orders at the levels that make sense, that your reward to risk is 2 to 1. So I put a limit order after it broke below 171, and I put it at 171 to kind of create this wall right here. So the price is not to go above that, so that kind of break of a base is valid and continues to go down. So my goal was to cover below red. Now this is prior close, so once it goes below that, it will constitute as going red. So I shorted it, based my risk on 179. Now, if you want to be more aggressive, you could base it on this lower high 177. I'm usually I like to be more flexible with my risk, so I always try to use high day. So my goal was to close around 162 or below, but I also had to keep in mind support levels. Again, very, very important to consider support and resistance levels when you're shorting these. There was really no support level, no strong support level besides prior close. So the chart, the other one actually that I see is like 155 here. You guys can see right here. But beside that, I mean, there's really no. There's another one, maybe 160. But besides that, the only support level is prior close. Because the reason why prior close is so important, because once it goes red, a lot of momentum traders who bought early will just sell to take your profits quick before there's any big sell-offs or anything like that. So that's very, very important to understand the whole psychology and how this trade works, both on the long side and the short side. Now, I did sell part of my position at a prior close around 166 because I did see a lot of bids stacking up. And the worst thing that you want to do is when a trade goes in your favor and then it bounces back to your opening position, that's the worst feeling, you know. So it's always important to take some profits, you know, when you see some sort of, when you get a reasons to, you know. So at this point, there was there were some bids stacking up. So you know what, I decided to close some of my position, take around half or a little bit more than half. Of course, raise my stop to 171, so in case I did get stopped out, at least I made some money in this trade. But I did held again for the potential flush. So it did happen. The flush did happen, and I ended up closing my rest of my shares at 162. So most important thing about trades like these is to understand the technicals. You know, the big picture. You know, where are the support levels? Where are the resistance levels? And understand when momentum actually reverses versus momentum continuing, because this UEC stock could have easily kept moving if it stayed above 175. So very, very important to understand that. Now, because it didn't go above 175 and it created his range and his lower highs, and it broke this base, a lot of these momentum traders decide to just take their profits, and especially when it goes red, even more. As you guys can see later on throughout the day, I mean, a lot of these, you could tell these are stops being taken out, especially around here, below 160, like 159. All these stops were taken out, so very, very important to understand that. Now, hopefully this trade makes sense. The good thing about these small caps, stocks below 5, is there's a lot of volatility on these. There's a lot of them that move so fast for no reason. So a lot of these short-term traders trade these for quick moves, but there's also quick reversals. So these do offer some good high probability that the trade will work on your favor, and also high reward to risk ratio. So that's why I took this trade. So if you guys learned something from this trade, please like this video, make a comment, subscribe to my channel. I'll be posting more videos and hope to hear from you guys soon. Thank you.